Hey everyone, it's been a while between holidays and end of the semester, but also it is just past the 2-year anniversary of my wedding. So we are uncovering this Mama Jamma and we're gonna take a look in depth at what she's looking like. Not like she looks any different from the day of, but I thought we could do like a deep dive on the construction of my two-piece look for my wedding. So I made this bolero. It's just like a little jacket that was cropped. And I did the lace overlay. You can see I used the scallop edge along the neckline, at least down the front. It just has a dart, bust dart here, set in sleeve, and I also used the scallop of the edge of the lace for the sleeves. And I didn't decide until the morning of to make a jacket because I thought, okay, wedding dress, right? Turns out I totally forgot that more so my husband's parents are very old-fashioned, and we even got like a not a priest, but we got like a Catholic person. Oh my gosh, what's the word? Officiant. We got a Catholic officiant to officiant the wedding. So just like, out of respect for his parents and my parents. I mean, my parents are Catholic but not practicing. Anyway, you get the gist of it. So morning of, I decided to make a jacket, and pretty scrappy, but it did what it had to do. So satin sleeves, nothing crazy. The direction of the lace is different on the bodice versus the sleeves, but since it's just like a Chantilly lace, it's fairly camouflaged with the repeat. So yeah, so I made the little jacket. Just gave it a tie so that I originally was just gonna tie it loose in front on the waist, but I ended up doing like a crossover and tying it around the back so that it just kind of fit as tight as possible, because the corset of the dress was absolutely snatched. So we'll take a look at that in a second. But I'm really happy with the little jacket because it was just like the basic bodice pattern and sleeve pattern that's been shared here on Patreon that you can kind of search back and look for. So yeah, it's not the prettiest looking inside, but we'll take a look. But you can see already from like the shape of the bodice that it was fairly snatched and came just past like natural waist so that it would look really smooth and fitted throughout. Also, the lace is all draped in one piece. So the only seam, oh no, I lied. I guess I did seam it. Okay, so I seamed it down the side seams here and down center back. And we'll take a look at the inside. I actually, I had to add, I would usually add a ribbon, like a grosgrain ribbon, all on the waist on the inside, so that would be fastened first before zipping. But time was not of the essence because I bought this lace like 2 weeks before my wedding. Yeah, we eloped. It was great, and the rest is history. But you can see that I've got the invisible zipper set into here, and then I put the hook and eye just at the waist so that I could hook that in. I dressed myself, got in the car with the garment bag, got to the venue, changed into the dress because I didn't want my husband to see. We went over there together, despite eloping. But I still wanted it to be a surprise because it was our big day. But yeah, so for the inside, I actually boned the entire bodice throughout, aside from like the hip areas here. And I did not do any boning or structuring in the balconette, if you will. So like the bra area. I wore a strapless bra, and then it kind of helped to push out that shape. So I used I want to say that this is more of like a poly crepe. No, oh no, this is silk crepe for the lining, and then I used a double-faced wool crepe for the balconette so that it had more structure and had more stretch too, because we needed both. And then I just have like my understitch in here along the neckline. But for the actual lace overlay, that was just in 2 pieces, although there is a center back seam here. I didn't do any finishing on the lace because I didn't want it to look like too bulky or too thick throughout the slit in the back. And then down along the hem, I did like double layer of the scallop so that I would have almost like a tiered effect down by the hem. But yeah, that's pretty much like the semi deep dive. These are just like hanger straps for while I was traveling with it. But for the most part, she's lined to the waist. I know I could have done like binding along here, but I kid you not, I was sewing until the morning of. But let's see, maybe we can, okay, we can't quite open it up, but you can see I've got like buckram in here for the interfacing, then like all my bones, and then I just did some hand tacking to keep all the layers together. But yeah, I think she turned out pretty okay. Pretty okay. Very snatched, and that was kind of like the main objective, but super happy with it. If I could change anything about it, it would probably be to take more pictures at my wedding. But when you plan your wedding, you do all your decor and you make your dress and your jacket within like less than a month of the actual wedding. We just wanted to get married. We love each other a ton and we wanted to do that, and it was just part of our story. So I hope you enjoyed my little deep dive into my wedding dress, and I thank you again for being part of my Patreon, and I hope you enjoy this post and have a happy holiday season.